Next topic is what is cerebral hemisphere? The lateral view of the cerebral hemisphere. The lateral view of the cerebral hemisphere. Yes. A lateral view of cerebral hemisphere. The lateral view of the cerebral hemisphere. Yes, the cerebral hemisphere is one of the part of the frontal brain or frontal. What is the front brain? It can be distinguished into 4 regions. How many? The 4 regions. By their long depression, the cerebrum can be distinguished into 4 regions. What are the first one? The lateral view of the cerebrum. Let's see the diagram. Cerebrum region. So the surface of the cerebrum is more number of the depressions are there. You know that it is not a soft on surface. It's a more number of the depressions are there. Yes. So the more number of the depression, that is known as a gyri and sulci are there. So the depression, the longitudinal depressions on cerebrum region, so that is called as a fissures. What is that? The longitudinal, what I am saying, the longitudinal growths or longitudinal divisions of cerebrum. The longitudinal divisions or longitudinal growths of the cerebrums are called as a fissures. So there is a, according to their division, the cerebrum can be distinguished into 4 regions. According to their, what is the fissures, they can be classified into 4 types. 4 regions can be divided into 4 regions. First one is frontal lobe. That is called frontal lobe. Second one is parietal lobe. Frontal lobe, parietal lobe. Third one is occipital lobe. According to their fissures, the cerebral hemisphere can be classified into division into 4 types. Occipital lobe. Fourth one is temporal lobe. There is a classified into 4 types. First one, the frontal lobe and occipital, or what is frontal, parietal, occipital and temporal, 4 lobes are there. So in between of frontal and parietal lobes can be divided by one of the longitudinal fissure is there. The longitudinal fissure is called as a central fissure. So what is that? The frontal lobe, parietal lobe. Both lobes are divided by one of the long depression, one of the long fissure is there. This long fissure is called as a central fissure. Note down everyone. This is called as a central fissure. Where it is located? The central fissure is located in between of frontal lobe and parietal lobe. Okay. So this can be distinguished into 2 regions. Next one, occipital lobe. The occipital lobe and parietal lobe and occipital lobes are both are divided by one of the longitudinal fissure, longitudinal groove or groove, that is called as a fissure. The longitudinal fissure is known as a parieto-occipital fissure. Where it is located? Parieto-occipital fissure is located in between of parietal lobe and occipital lobe. What is that? The parietal lobe and occipital lobe, both lobes can be distinguished or divided by the one of the long fissure. That long fissure is called as a parieto-occipital fissure. That is called parieto-occipital fissure. Parieto-occipital fissure. The parieto-occipital fissure can be distinguished into 2 regions of parietal and occipital, divided into 2 halves by the cerebral hemisphere. Next one, last one is a what is a temporal lobe? That what is a temporal lobe? Is the lowest part. The lowest part of the nothing but below of the What is that frontal lobe? That is called as a temporal lobe. The temporal lobe can be distinguished, divided by one of the lateral fissure. Divided by the lateral fissure. So this lateral fissure is connecting of temporal lobe and occipital lobe. Note down everyone. This lateral fissure, it is separation of what are they? Frontal and parietal lobe, but it is collecting of two lobes. What are the temporal lobe and occipital lobe? This fissure is useful for the collecting of what is the temporal lobe and occipital lobe. It separates from frontal lobe and parietal lobe. Separates from the what is the parietal and occipital lobe. That is called as a lateral fissure. So the lateral fissure can be separated by the lateral fissure, nothing but the temporal lobe is separated by what is the parietal lobe by what is that frontal lobe and parietal lobe by the lateral fissure. What is that? The lateral view of the cerebral hemisphere. The cerebral hemisphere consisted of more number of the bulges and depressions are there. When the depression was leads into nothing but these are showing a large growth on inner side of the cerebrum. So that is called as the outer inner growth is called as a fissure. So there is a three different type of fissures are there. These three different type of fissures are cerebral hemisphere is classified into four types. These three fissures are classification of cerebral hemispheres into four types. What are they? First one is the central fissure. The central fissure is located in between of the frontal and parietal lobe. So there is one of the longitudinal fissure. It is in between of the frontal and parietal lobe. First one. Second one is known as a parieto-occipital lobe. This parieto-occipital lobe is located in between of the parietal and occipital lobe region. It is also inside of the growth or inside of the groove is known as a parieto-occipital groove or fissure. The third one is a lateral fissure. The lateral fissure is separation of the temporal lobe and parietal and occipital lobe. But this fissure is collecting temporal lobe and occipital lobe. So this is the information about the grooves of cerebral hemispheres. The cerebral hemisphere region consists of cerebral hemisphere is one of the hollow cavity. It is one of the hollow. What is the cerebral hemisphere is a very important. Cerebral hemisphere is one of the hollow nothing but it is one of the cavity. Hollow nothing but cavity. How many halves are there? There is a two halves are there. How many? That is the hollow nothing but cavity. Let's see the diagram. The dorsal view of the cerebral hemisphere. The dorsal view of the cerebral hemisphere region. Very important. More number of the gyri and sulci are there. Gyres and sulci are there. So the long depression, the longitudinal depressions are known as a cerebral. What is the column of? What is the column of Bertini? Sorry, column corne. These longitudinal depressions are connecting together. It is called corpus callosum. Clear, everyone. So this is one of the hollow cavity. This hollow cavity covered by hollow cavity is consistent of what are they? A circular, semicircular cerebral hemispheres are there. Semicircular cerebral hemispheres are there. Semicircular cerebral hemispheres are there. This is the cerebral hemispheres having one of the cavity. Clear. These cerebral hemispheres are secreting cerebral fluid. So this is the cerebrum. This is known as a what is that? Frontal brain. The brain, the dorsal view of the brain having one of the cavity. The cavity is known as paracel. The cavity is known as a paracel. The cavity is known as a paracel. The cavity is producing or secreting off one of the fluid that is called as a spinal fluid. The fluid is known as spinal fluid. Let's see the cerebral hemisphere region containing how many cavities are there? How many halos are there? 2 halos. So the right one is known as a right atrium or right ventricles. This is the right ventricles. This is one as the left ventricles. Right and left ventricles are there. Then there is in a brain have there 2 halos. The 2 halos are there. The 2 halos are right one is right ventricle or first ventricle or first cavity. First cavity. The second one is known as the second ventricles or second cavity. Second one is known as second ventricles or second cavity. This cavity is commonly called as a paracel. The cavity is called paracel. Are you clear? The cavity is called paracel. The cavity is called as a ventricle. The right side is a first ventricle, left side is a second ventricle. So the right and left ventricles are both are leads into what is the posterior region. Both are connecting together. In a particular region. Connecting together in a particular area. So the particular area, the connection of the particular area of these 2 ventricles. The connectioning of particular area of these 2 ventricles. The site of this connection, the site of the junction is called as a foramen mandro. Foramen mandro. What is the foramen mandro? The foramen mandro is nothing but it is a common connection in between of the 2 ventricles are known as a foramen mandro. So this foramen mandro is called as a third seal cavity. Third seal are called as third cavity or third ventricles of the cerebral hemisphere. Third ventricles of the cerebral hemisphere. Or third paracel. Third ventricle. Note down only third ventricles. Are you clear? What is that? These are 2 are finally leads into one of the region is known as a foramen mandro. But foramen mandro is a third cavity or third ventricles. Third ventricles. Yes. So this is known as a cerebral hemisphere. What is the cerebral hemisphere? What is the dorsal view of the cerebral hemisphere? The cerebral hemisphere is one of the halo cavity. Halo nothing but empty or space. So the cavity is filled with fluid is known as a cerebral fluid. Nothing but this cavity is secreting of cerebral hemisphere fluid. Spinal fluid. So this cavity is called as a paracel. So right side of the ventricle, the cavity is called as a ventricle. Right side of the ventricle is called as a right ventricle. Left side of the ventricle is called as a left ventricle or second ventricle. This first ventricle, this is called as second ventricle. The right and left ventricle, these 2 first and second 2 ventricles are leads into nothing but these are leads into the one of the common junction or common opening. The common opening is known as a foramen mandro. The foramen mandro is a third ventricle or third paracel. So this is the information about the what is the halo cavity, what is the importance, what is the secretions. Are you clear? Next one, the cerebral hemisphere divided into 2 regions. Cerebral hemisphere, very very important. The very deeper information about the cerebral hemisphere. The cerebral hemisphere consistent of the 2 regions are there. Outermost region of the cerebral hemisphere is called as a cerebral cortex. Inner side of the cerebrum is called as the cerebral medulla. What are they? The outside of this, very very important. The outer side of the cerebrum called as cerebral cortex. The inner side, inner wall, inner sides of cerebrum is called as a cerebral medulla. Cerebral cortex and cerebral medulla is there. What is the cerebral cortex? What is the cerebral medulla? The outer side of the cerebrum is called as cerebral cortex. Inner side of the cerebrum is known as a cerebral medulla. The cerebral cortex is made up of gray matter. Very very important. Cerebral cortex is made up of cerebral cortex is look like a gray in color. Which one? Cerebral cortex is look like a gray in color. Gray in color. So this type of what is the cortex is called as a gray matter. This type of cortex is called as a gray matter. What is the gray matter? The cortex is look like a gray in color, so that is called as a gray matter. So why the cortex is look like a gray in color? Why the cortex is look like a gray in color? Why? Because the cortex region more number of the what is that? Millions of what is the neurons are there. So the neurons are covered by the outermost covering myelin sheath is present. It is look like a gray in color. So there are absence of the axon. Is the presence of the axon. Which one? The cerebral cortex is presence of the axon. So this is the presence of the axon means it containing myelin sheath. It is look like a gray in color. So the cerebral medulla, it is absence of the what is that myelin sheath or medulla axon. So it is look like a white in color. Are you clear? Cerebral cortex is gray in color. Why? Because in the present is called as a gray matter. Presence of axon and presence of cyton and axon. Presence of cyton and axons are there. Cyton and axons are, you can write this also, myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is present, so it is look like a gray in color. So this look like gray. This is asking in 2 marks in examination. What is the gray matter? What is the white matter? Okay. So why because converts into white? It is containing cyton and axon is there in the presence of the cortex region. So it is look like gray in color. Clear. What is that? Cortex to medulla. The cortex to medulla, it is look like a white in color. Nothing but inner side of the cortex. The inner side of the cortex is known as the cortex to medulla. So it is a look like a white in color. White in color. Like this, in the surface of this is a brain. This is a brain. The surface of the brain is look like a gray in color always. Why? Because these are containing more number of the axon cytons are there. So it look like a gray in color. So after removing of this cortex, the medulla is look like a white in color. Why? Because these are presence of only cyton and cyton. Cyton and cytons are absence of myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. Absence of myelin sheath. What is that? The cerebral hemispheres containing 2 sides. What is the cortex and medulla? Very important for the 2 marks in examination. What is that? Cerebral cortex and cerebral medulla. Cerebral cortex is look like a gray in color or called as a gray matter. It is look, medulla is look like a white in color, that is called as a white matter. The gray matter containing cyton and axon both, it is covered by the myelin sheath is called as a myelin sheath is present, so it is called as a gray matter. So the inner side of the medulla called as a cerebral medulla, it is white in color. Why? Because it is containing absence of myelin sheath. Absence of myelin sheath is look like a white in color. So this is the information about the cerebral hemisphere according to their area or position. So the cerebral cortex containing some of the sensory areas. What are they? The cerebral cortex containing more number of the sensory areas are present.